Evening all, how are we doing? It's very quiet, but I'm sure it'll get louder in a minute. Wonderful. Happy Thursday, everyone. How's it going? Avowed. Excuse me. I'm having a moment over it. Ate a piece of fudge before, and now I'm all in a good way, but a little bit like struggling. Yeah, so I felt like we've been talking about Avowed for like a million years or so, give or take, you know, a day or two. But it is finally here, notwithstanding delays and what have you, and apparently the critical response has been pretty decent. So tonight, hopefully, we shall answer the question as to whether or not Avowed is the one. The Obsidian game that I actually fully think is great. To be fair, they've made a number of great games, but they never quite land with me. For varying reasons. Let's see whether, despite the fact that on paper they really should. So, let's find out whether or not this one does. For those who were here the other day, I did not, in fact, get a key for this one. Code for this. I did have to put my hand in my pocket for it, as is the way on occasion. Like, who knows, they may offer a bunch of them as a second round in a few days, but that's kind of too little too late by then. So, yeah, such is the way of things. Some you win, some you don't. But nonetheless, we're here, we're going to check it out, and I'm looking forward to it. I've done a bit of setup to install a new driver and such to get things rolling, but I think we're underway. So, evening, Steve. Yep, I imagine you probably will fall asleep just about the same time as I've actually pressed the game screen, probably. Evening, Tengu. How we doing? Evening, Adyran. My eyes aren't focusing. There we go. Thank you. Ooh, slight headache. That sucks. Get some Watadania and some paracetamol or something. You'll be right. Evening, Louise. How you doing? Can't go over to the other screen now. I've caught up. Evening, Noel. Welcome, 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 everybody. So, yeah. New RPG from Obsidian. Set in the same world as Pillars of Eternity. I played Pillars of Eternity 1. Again, this is another case of things not quite landing with me. As... yeah, it's a CRPG, and ostensibly, given the setup and everything, I should have been really into it. But it just didn't quite click for me. It was a bit that miserable thing that Obsidian do in lieu of actually being mature sometimes. So that wasn't a great start, and yeah, it just didn't... The attempts at innovation didn't really work, and yeah, all that, you know. So... yeah, that one didn't land so much, but I like the concept and setup, and this one is going from the CRPG top-down into a first-person perspective, so we'll see how this goes. And give me one moment, I'm just going to quickly put an Instagram story up for anyone who wants to see it over there. That shouldn't take me very long. There we go. Copy link. Thank you. Come on, telephone, you can do this. Ooh, there's a new Indiana Jones update out. That was a fun game. I enjoyed playing that one. Where's the link thing? There it is. Yes, incidentally, the reason you're getting a paid promotion thing coming up, even though I haven't got a key for this, by the way, is because everything behind, well... yeah, a chunk of what you can see behind me is gifted by, mostly via Bethesda, but other places as well, so... mostly Bethesda. So it's there for the product placement reason on that side of things. Right. It should be good. Let us rock and also roll. So, Avowed. I'm playing this through Game Pass, as if you want to get the early access, the game technically comes out on Tuesday, but there's 5 days early access if you have the Premium Edition. Now, you buy the Premium Edition on Steam, or most other storefronts, it's like 80 quid. And it comes with a couple of other bits as well as the early access. Evening, Grey, how are you doing? But if you go through Game Pass, you can buy an upgrade. So PC Game Pass is 10 quid, and then the upgrade is 20. So I'm paying 30 quid and saving myself effectively 50. So I went down that road. So that seemed like a reasonable approach for me. Obviously, if you don't want to pay for the extra bits and pieces, you can just get it at base Game Pass price on Tuesday. But yeah. Shall we? I may have to make adjustments over there, but we'll see what happens. Excessively OTT Obsidian intro here. I've said this before about many games from many studios, but all these logos and stuff, there's too many of them, they're too long, and yeah, literally one screen with all the logos on will do. We really don't care. I speak for the entirety of humanity on this point. Officially. So, yeah, it's actually not terrible here, but it's still, it's like, doesn't need to be a thing. Right, so I did play around with things a bit. There's a lot of good settings, which is cool. Accessibility stuff and other bits and pieces, so that's pretty cool. Looks like character creation might be decent as well, so we'll dive in and see what's what.
Eora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn.
Bottom left is where we were, and then we're going up to the top.
A cycle of reincarnation, watched over by the gods. Our gods, some of whom love us more than others. Your home, the Adyran Empire, is treasured by Wodica, Our Lady of Law and Vengeance, the burned queen. But our goddess has lately turned her eyes from us, and our empire has suffered revolts, famines, challenges to rightful rule. We
recognize the narrator.
Purpose, but we could find it
the voice is
in
familiar.
the living lands, a rich and lawless island settled by fugitives, wanderers, exiles, and us. Yet the more we free this place from danger, the more the land fights back. And now, as our colonists crowd into Paradise, the last safe city, the locals find themselves crowded out.
This art's really cool.
Many years ago, you were born to a family in our Adyran Empire, and in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world a godlike, touched by a patron god in the womb. To some, a blessing. To many, an abomination. You grew up an outsider, but I saw potential in you. Potential and an opportunity. And within my court, you found purpose. Now I call upon your vow to our empire and name you my envoy. Venture forth in the name of your homeland and secure our future.
And here we go, character creation. Yeah, the Adyran Empire is one of the more powerful political entities, nations in this particular world. They are human-dominated, but there's also a lot of elves there. Obviously a monarchy-type setup. And we're playing as somebody who was part of the court of the, presumably, Emperor there. And you can choose various backgrounds, so we'll get into that. The whole godlike thing is, yeah, some rare individuals at birth are touched by the gods and have very, very unique, almost mutations, kind of that look like coral and things like that, based on, like on top of their basic racial features, which in this case is either human or elf for us. So, what we got? I think I'm going to go with one of the male presets, probably. There we go. But, we'll see. Interesting. It's a look that I don't mind. Maybe not. That's a look that I don't like. Definitely a lot of coral-like features there. That looks rather inconvenient as far as being godlike goes. It's a bit more manageable. There and go. Yeah, male or female, human and elf as the starting point. You hail from the Adyran Empire, one of the world's major colonial powers. Adyr is a nation forged by... Ooh, crikey, this is a bit loud, isn't it? Let's see what we can do about that a second. Hang on. That was a bit more dramatic than I intended it to be. Try that, shall we? It's a little bit better. Adyr is a nation forged by centuries of war between neighbouring human and elven kingdoms formed by their eventual alliance. Emperor chose you to journey to the living lands and investigate the Dreamscourge. I think I'm going to go human. Be somewhat based on what I look like. I feel like this could be a little better illuminated, which is often the case. Now I'm pale as the driven snow, so I should probably reflect myself in some way there. Right. Face presets. It's not terrible. We work with that. Well, godlike features. What we got? We've got options. So, swirly cheeks, coral brows, coral cheeks. It's a bit much, I think. Might go with that for now. Yeah. And there's godlike hair features which can display in-game or not. I'm going to go with yes, because we might as well. Until I know a reason why I wouldn't want to do that. Is there a facial set that kind of matches this a little bit better, perhaps? It's actually not so bad, is it, in an understated sort of a way? That kind of works. Yeah, that's not bad. What's Civ 7 today? That'll keep you busy. Can justify $20 for 5 days early access. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can imagine most people will probably, well, a lot of people will probably go down that road, right? For me, it's getting in early is worth it, but... Right, hide the godlike head features a bit. Well, I'll try and figure out his hair a bit. It's potentially workable. And onto that. That's where we started, which is also potentially manageable. Okay, I'm going to skip some of these. That's not bad, actually. That's not terrible either. It's a bit much. Where's the colours? Ah, further down. Okay. Could go with something crazy, but I don't think I will. So I should, I'm making the hair a little bit darker, to be honest. Kind of regretting messing with that a little bit, but I think that's workable. A little lighter. Okay. Evening, Wayne, how you doing? Yeah, exactly, Gray. It's basically an investment decision. Mighty beard, forked beard, dwarf beard. That makes it look like makes him look very, very feminine. Anyway, looks like it's a lady trying to disguise himself. What can we do on here? I do wish the lighting on the face was a little better. Better works for me. We could do something strange and go with some weird kind of heterochromia thing. It could work. You're supposed to be a godlike, a bit of a weird look, so it kind of works there. There's a decent amount of stuff in here for our size. A bit too much for around there. There's something more in a brownish vein, I think. Yeah, maybe a bit darker. Nose. It's alright. Face shape in general. Crikey. All these are in a weird order. Cheek position. I'm kind of okay with that. It's not helping me very much at all. Pure. Slightly larger chin's not a bad idea. Okay, mouth. Push it too far, it gets really weird. There we go. Ears. Give us slightly larger ears, shall we? Okay, what else we got? Oh, crikey, it keeps on going. Not liking any of that, really. What's that like? It's kind of more of a dirt thing. That's fine. Take that down a little bit. I don't think I want to mess with the colours too much. That's going to get a bit weird. Oops. Oh, that's going to get very weird. A bit more red in there. Not getting much because I haven't done anything with it, fair enough. Definitely want to dip the saturation bit there. A bit of colour in his face anyway. Maybe a bit too much there. That's better. That's a bit better. Oh, too far there. It's facial scars. Anything interesting? Lots of them, but it's quite harsh stuff there. The options available. I'm not sure I'd be going for a lot of this. A few scratches there, they could work. Yeah, that kind of works. Probably do want to put a beard on him at some point, but we'll see. Let's go and see what we can do about beard. Hopefully won't make him look too terribly Oh, and the handlebar mustache. I'm having a slight issue with the beard making him look like it's a woman tried to pass as a man for some, I don't know, sneaky reason, I assume, but that's like maybe potentially workable. I might go back to where we were before. Looks so much darker than the rest of his hair, though. Problem. Might have to tweak the rest of his hair a little bit, mightn't I? Like that at little darker. Yeah, a little bit more red. It's a bit better. Just say I wanted to go handlebar moustache. No, but it's not the worst idea I've ever heard of. No, let's be honest, that facial hair's just not working for him, is it? I mean, even the handlebar moustache works better. Oh, I'm having a really hard time with this. Honestly, I might have to... I'm not happy at all, to be honest. Yeah, the guys look a little bit less... Not really. Not going with that. You know what? I might just see if I can find something that works with that moustache. Some of them just look faintly surprised to find themselves wearing a really large moustache. And almost all of them look way too young to pull it off. It's taking longer than I was hoping for, but yeah, that's the way it goes. Oh dear, no. Shocking behaviour. Okay. Works. Make the nose considerably bigger. Okay, getting somewhere, I think. Can't see much of the mouth anyway, but let's just quickly jump back here. Takes facial hair off. Oh dear lord. Let's put that facial hair back on and do the fella a favour, shall we? Much better. Right, complexion. We've got a bit of dirt there. Push a bit more dirt in there. Yeah, kind of works. Lips we can't bloody see anyway. So leave them out. Facial scars, right. It's a bit more pronounced. I don't think necessarily has to have any. That's not bad, actually. Eyeliner. Interesting options there. Kind of work with that if we can maybe just use it a little bit further. There we go, got something there. Oh crikey, some interesting options here that I don't think I'm going to go for. Right, now then, let's move on a little bit. How are you doing, MB, alright? Yeah, there's quite a bit here, and making something I can live with, because you can't change it afterwards, was taking a minute. So, background options. Arcane Scholar provides unique dialogue options and determines starting weapon. All equipment and abilities available regardless of background. After graduating with honours from Bragan Hill Academy, you published a treatise on soul lineages that threatened the legitimacy and drew the ire of a local lord. When he had you arrested, the Emperor intervened and recruited you into the archives of the Imperial Court. Your mind is a bottomless well of occult knowledge, legal precedent, and historical observation and poetry. You've forgotten more than most people will ever learn. A court augur. When your village's crops failed, your strange insights and unsettling manner earned your neighbours' suspicion. You saw the torches and pitchforks and flew to High Crown, where the Emperor recognised your taunts and elevated you from back alley fortune teller to his personal mystic. You've learned how to wield the power from the shadows. All it takes is a dash of influence and a pinch of deception. You could eat a little less grey in that moustache, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Noble Xion, born into a noble house of great influence, middling wealth, and questionable morals, with scandals and succession disputes, saw your family cast down. You threw yourself on the Emperor's mercy, and he shielded you. Canny yet refined, you've become a formidable force at court, an invaluable ally to the Emperor. Born to humble beginnings, it's a vanguard scout rather, driven to desperation by famine, your life was destined to end on the executioner's block until the Emperor spared you. More at ease in the wilderness and court, but your cleverness and observant nature made you one of the Emperor's most trusted operatives, whether tracking prey or spying on enemies, skills put to work both inside and outside of the throne room. And a war hero. Distinguished yourself on the field of battle fighting a violent Skenite uprising, and the Emperor honoured you with a place among the elite tall grass spearmen. Some of your scars are less obvious than others, but you wear them all with pride. The Emperor values your loyalty, grit, and martial prowess. So I'm liking probably Arcane Scholar, actually. I think it's going to be most interesting. To me, anyway. And a mustache to the John Thomas. Yeah, that'd be, well, actually not the worst thing I've ever heard, but not, I think maybe a little bit further than I'm planning on going. Okay, so that's background chosen. Now we get some attribute points. Okay. My question is whether or not we can reset these in game. So damage carry capacity for might, health and poison and bleed resistance, dexterity, mobility, that's appealing, hand-eye coordination and grace, attack speed and action speed. Maybe. Perception, critical hit chance, maximum range for weapons, wands, guns, bows, more effective at longer distances. Intellect, maximum essence and resistance to ignited shock from frozen. Great for wizards. And resolve, good for warriors who need to swing heavy weapons and gives you maximum stamina. Okay. How many points have I got? None available. Okay. I have to move things around. Damage from all sources as well as your carry capacity. That's, you know what? I don't think I do want to move much around. I hate stamina, but maybe that into one out of there and one into intellect if I'm going to go magic. I can't go any higher than that anyway, so I'd have to drop something. You know what? I think I'll leave that where it is. I'm quite happy with that because I'm going to lean magic for now, and I think I can change it later if I want to. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Right, so difficult to sound normal voices.
Silmes mitu. Lavarubion sick. Huethi silmes mitu. Huethi silmes mitu. Silmes mitu.
Silmes mitum. Quethi silmes mitum.
Luthen. Luthen. Huethi silmes mitu.
That one, I think. Just realised I haven't picked a name for this guy yet. Display, identify, character sheet, not much point. Yes, so godlike features in game. Gonna need a name. Crap. Well, some over here, maybe still. There's anything. We'll have a quick look, see if there's anything going to leap out at me. Transfer them into somewhere else, so this is not a full list of stuff I've got written down, but there's some ideas in here. Now it's place names, which is not the worst thing for a surname, but it's actually somewhat doable. Somewhere in my pages of scrawled handwriting. There we go. Possibilities there. Having a hard time here. Yeah, let's go with that one. Works for me. At long last, let's Jethro roll. Oh dear. And this is why I took the time, because you can't remake your character, you'd have to start over. That is an error. Oh, that reminds me, Gray, you mentioned something... can't remember the Outer World system because I wasn't blown away by it. You mentioned something earlier about the games having opportunity to test the settings beforehand. Quite a few PC games do give you benchmarking options. Oh, slight trigger warning, by the way. In terms of cute fluffy creatures and unfortunate happenings. But yes, quite a lot of games do that. But on PC at the very least, they'll give you benchmarking tools, so you can test your settings and stuff. Cyberpunk was the one I most recently played that did that. And this game doesn't have a photo mode. That was the other thing I was thinking of that it needs that wasn't there. Oh dear.
What do you know of the living lands?
Not much, mate.
The rumors and tales are so vexing, they cannot be true. And yet they are.
Those untamed wilds, overgrown with the most curious wonders and the most dreadful abominations.
I know. Hence
There's
the
a dark pulse
slight trigger warning.
within the heart of that soil. Something vile stirs beneath the earth, seething with rot and decay. A corruption growing beyond everything it touches. Its foul tendrils reach towards us, to lash out at the Empire itself. I command you,
that is pretty.
go to the living lands, find the roots, and if necessary,
Ships are so freaking cool.
you are my envoy.
Amazing example of human ingenuity.
Remember your vow. The hopes of an empire rest upon you.
What's an Obsidian game? They don't do nice, really, do they? Happy is not really a word that exists in their vocabulary. We're under fire, apparently. Yeah, there's definitely Jeremy Irons vibes to him. Xion Hill Guard is an Adyran ambassador dispatched to the Living Lands on a mission of peace and mutual cooperation. Headquarters located at the Adyran Embassy. So, you're finally awake. I did a thing, which apparently has not done a thing, so... Because I didn't really want this subtitle on, but I can't turn it off, unfortunately. I'd have had it a bit lower down as well. Might have to move stuff around because I don't know where the UI is going to be yet. He's an interesting looking fella.
Envoy, over here.
Garrick. It's a pretty start, isn't it?
You're alive. Thank the gods I pulled you out the wreck when I did. I wasn't about to let the Emperor's Envoy die on my watch.
So you can mouse over things. Dialogue, history and lore. So I probably do want to be on the other side. Yeah, let's do that. Hopefully, I'll block a little bit less of the screen over this side. You're the Envoy, an official representative sent on behalf of the Emperor to investigate the Dreamscourge and maintain order in the Living Lands. There we go. If you need a little bit of lore. So, might take more on the shipwreck to kill me. Perception, if we make it out of this alive, Emperor will have questions. Pressure dragged me out of that wreck. Dexterity, I've got more than I need. I'm confused what happened. Dexterity. Fairly?
The journey's not completely lost. I heard the cannons. I couldn't... We...
Indeed. Still looks a bit younger than I was hoping he would, but I could live with it, I think. It's a good line, guy. Start with names. Who are you? Ships and splinters. What happened? This can't be Paradise. Where are we? Let's start with names.
The name's Garrick, sir. Quarter gunner. 3rd Adyran Fleet.
Aldgrim. Good to meet you.
We spoke on the voyage. Never thought we'd end up like this. I've been here before. We've got an outpost on this island, but
This place looks abandoned. Intellect. Something's not right here, is it? But what? Soldiers in the outpost can help us. Island. Thought we were going to Living Lands. Living Lands is an island, but then again, arguably so is everything. Though like it'll be deserted. Place is abandoned.
maybe better off if it were. I saw flashes, Envoy. It weren't the storm that wrecked our ship. It was cannon fire.
Yep,
And
I
it
got
could
that
only
much.
have come from that fort up the hill. It makes no sense. No one fires on their own countrymen, unless...
They are either traitors or would be, you know, separatists, something like that, or they're not their own people. Didn't realise, or they didn't realise we were Adyran, or they weren't themselves. Yeah, think someone betrayed us. Don't have to speculate. Arcane Scholar. Seeing as we've got that background, let's use it. They didn't realise, or they didn't realise we were Adyran, or they weren't Adyran themselves.
That's what I'm afraid of too. In the meantime, you survived. That means we're not scuppered yet. As long as you're here, the Emperor's mission can still go ahead.
How are we doing, Belfast? Right, Emperor sent me to investigate the Soul Plague. Hold on, what about the people who attacked us? Then we have to get to the mainland. Right, the Emperor sent me to investigate a Soul Plague.
Then I know the place to start. Adyran's got an embassy in the port of Paradise. Once we make it there, we can regroup, figure out what to do next. I hate to say it, but the fort's probably our only chance of escape. We need supplies, and if our troops have been captured, they'll need our help.
Follow me, we'll get through this together. There's not a blackguard in Eora who can stand it our way. We'll do what we can for them, let's go. Need to move fast, don't slow them down. Which way to the fort? So, do what we can for them. Let's rock and roll.
Those boards up there look old. A good hit and we can be on our way.
Alright.
Dagger. It's no good to any of our crew anymore.
I have to pick up a weapon. True tab. Do weapon loadouts can be swapped by pressing left alt. Okay. Press one of the mouse buttons to equip a weapon in the main hand or offhand v loadout. Armor and clothing equipped by pressing left mouse button and hidden or transmogrified. Nice. By pressing right. Well, armor got damage reduction, which negates a percentage of incoming damage, and additional reduction, which subtracts a raw number from damage. Okay. Clothing provides a distinct item bonus. All accessories are unique, providing powerful benefits. One trinket or amulet and up to 2 rings. Okay. So I've got a dagger. Current, secondary. Okay. What if I did that? It would go in my offhand. I want to be left-handed, but I don't. I've got a common Adyran armor. Damage reduction 2% plus 2. Okay. Cork gloves and messenger boots. Much else going on there. The Emperor's orders. Envoy, our ambassador in the Living Land, sent a warning of unrest and brewing conflict in the port city of Paradise. The most worrisome of all are rumours of the Dreamscourge, a plague that corrupts its victims in body and soul. The court of Adyr is much disturbed by these unwelcome developments, any of which could threaten the stability of our interests on the frontier. Therefore you are named a loyal servant of the Adyran Empire who travels with the authority of the throne. We grant you the privilege and immunity to dispense our laws as you see fit, and remove all obstacles by any means. Find the root of the plague and burn it out. Okay.
You look like a dab hand with that.
And block like that, okay. Journal has tutorials, amongst other things. We'll figure things out. I'm not going through all of this right now. It's not going. Breaking down equipment is a thing, apparently. Different types. Okay. Quests. Every quest required, grouped by region. Main story quests at the top, followed by side quests, companion quests, bounties, and treasure maps. Okay. Oh dear. Right. And there's the map. So far looking... Well, I guess we'll figure that out as we go, won't we? Feel like the HUD is maybe a bit much there. see. Oh, I can turn off the HUD. That's something. There's no photo mode, but I can turn off the HUD. There's no button to do it though, which is a little disappointing, but that's good. Okay, right, I'll leave that as is. I was hoping I could reduce the size of some things. Hold to block attacks. Empty are only possible when your offhand is empty or holding a shield. Okay. Might need to increase the sensitivity a little bit. I turned it down because it's always way too high, but apparently I turned it down too far. Let's try 18. I don't know, I've got a good feeling about that for some reason. Nope, that's way too far. It will have been crazy high then before, because it was like 2.5 before. Let's try 14. That's better, I think. Is that a potion on the floor or I picked up the dagger? Let's have a goosey. It is. Good eye.
At least some supplies survived. For all the good it was. I don't understand. Why would they fire on us, their own people? No use wondering. We've got to make sure our troops are safe.
Yeah. Good shout, Jake. Bit of cash, not much, but a little, better than none. Silver Fanning. Cash, interesting. Off we go. I'll put my weapons away if I need to as well. Okay. Onward and upwards. Can you play in third person? I believe you can actually, yes, if you want to. There's... No, that's not what I was looking for. There's a setting I think I recall seeing. Sure, I did see a setting for it. I can't remember where now, though. Oh, there you go. Third person view.
No! The forts slit their distress people.
Gondor calls for aid, apparently. I'm going first person though, because I prefer that.
We've got to hurry.
Zoraps there. They haven't changed a bit since Pillars of Eternity.
Zara shouldn't be here. Haven't the troops been doing patrols? Now you...
You're hurt, Envoy.
Yes. Notice he's got a nice sword and I'm stuck with a shitty little dagger. Oof. So, I have taken a certain amount of damage. Take it from there, consumables. And then options there. Let's try that for now. That's all it's going to give me, okay. Does at least pause time, which makes life considerably easier. Skein moon. Looks like a mushroom, apparently. Looks like the way forward. Huh. Zorp's attacking a deer. Have a look at that. No worries, shall we?
Come on, the fort's up ahead.
Tripwire.
Good hands.
Good shout.
How many of these damn things are there?
Well, if they're either under attack or expected to be attacked from behind, depending on who set them, maybe quite a few.
Springberries, good. Those should rally us.
So I'm not getting up there then, not right now anyway. Oh, mouth reach.
Gods, it's a bloodbath. They've torn the place apart from the inside. Did they? Were they fighting each other? Envoy, I don't like this.
I'm more worried if you did. Somebody's notes. Chirurgeon? I don't know. Garden Dag 3. Low visited for the third time this week. Comes nearly every day now. Says insects keep crawling on him. Asks for an unguent that will repel them. Oh. Some kind of surgeon, I guess. Have inspected him every time. Found no evidence of bites. Abrasions from scratching getting worse. Koenigstag 4. Sibling brought in by Emmerich in Gladenfell. Found her unconscious near an empty bottle of sleeping draught. Administered emetic. Once she felt well enough to talk, complained of hallucinations every time she closed her eyes. Meckwin Stag 5. Riordan showing signs of malnourishment, refuses food, claims Emmerich is trying to poison him. Must discuss this with Captain. Why these behavioural changes? Is it the Ardra? Starting to think I should sleep with my lancet at night. Ardra, that was a big thing in, or a big factor in the first game. I don't remember much about it, but I know it was a thing. There's a lot of dead dudes here with armour, but no weapons. But their armour's probably better than mine, so...
What's that on their face?
Not good. appear to have made very much difference, that. Just want to see if tweaking the settings a little bit might help clear things up a bit.
Around that Adyran pillar. Hope it helped their souls find the beyond.
Will you rise from slumber? Is it you?
Interesting. Probably not good. Leave that as is for a minute, we'll see what happens.
Hard to even see who they were. These used to be nice quarters.
So, Stedman's log, first entry. 8 mid-spring, it's over for Perrin. They caught him, tried to stow away in Dawnshore. Poor bastard. They all know the punishment for desertion is death. Not sure how Winterbrand heard about it, but from the sound of things, she's ready to come over here and hang by my thumbs. Siblin is in tatters. I'd long suspected the two were softening each other. Alphard heard her muttering, "The bond is sure," last night. To keep an eye on her. God, to think I asked for this post. I could have been hunting on the estate in Glanpath. What fool me for trying to make something of myself. Glanpath was also relevant to the Pillars of Eternity, the first game. Frigate arrived from High Crown, enough gunpowder barrels and siege equipment to board to arm an entire regiment. I assumed we'd take a stock and send it to Paradise, but the manifest says we'd keep it here until told otherwise. Since it's in the air at mess, everyone eating slowly and avoiding the subject. No one wants to be responsible for it. What does Command think we need to defend ourselves against? We're an outpost. We deal with pirates. We don't need ballistas for that. I hope until otherwise comes sooner rather than later. I don't like sitting on gunpowder. Someone's liable to lose a foot. Yeah, definitely some spookiness going on. Pillars of Eternity. Adra's green crystal found throughout the known world, emerging from the crust of Eora in the shape of iconic pillars. Well, there we go. We cherish Adra, build the temples around it, study its potential as an energy source. Adra is so much more. When we die, Adra is the road on which our souls travel to the beyond. When our souls are ready to return, Adra shines a lantern, guiding us from death into life. When you find yourself in the presence of Adra, take a moment to ponder your place in the Great Wheel. Consider who you are, who you were, who you are, and who you can be. A functional shield, nice, and a key, the storage, and some food. No. Nice. Ominous noises. Command breastplate, nice. Now you're talking my language. Better damage reduction across the board. Just 18% on 18% plus 3 rather than 2% plus 2. Reduce maximum stamina and essence though by an even larger amount, which is interesting. Anything about clothes underneath it, though? No, not really. Okay. Bit of roast chicken, eh?
Somebody got dragged somewhere. Must be a secret room.
Based on what exactly? Oh, I see. Well, that tells me I need to keep an eye on things, doesn't it?
Look out! Now,
God. Is this
Whew.
what they were like? I don't understand. How could our own people sink to this?
I'm gonna go and stick my neck out. It's just the Dreamscourge made him a bit bonkies. A lovely basket of hands and feet. Oh, it's a hidden torture room. Even better. Yep, it just gets worse the more things I see. Rack and wheel and that thing. Jailer's bill. Bloodstains in the corner of a scratchy, hastily written list that corresponds to the cages sitting nearby. Herein those convicted. Fisk laying traps. Geared for planning to detonate the gunpowder barrels. Woodbine, subversive activities. Beckett, thinking thoughts of my wife. Riordan, stabbed Emmerich. Elfart stole my apple. Lowell, cursing me with his eyes. Hold until death. Huh. So it seems like a jailer may have been fairly bonkers as well. Can I see my feet? Yes, I can. Lockbox full of fan braces. Okay. Dreamscourge is the name of the malady that we're investigating. Mad soldiers rambling. Another dream last night. Mushrooms growing in my breastplate. Tear them out, tear them out. Whoever finds this, roots grow from the head. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Why is she talking about roots?
Points for being able to see your feet. Defeat some more Zarabs, okay.
It's
But
put its
it...
guard up. Hit it with everything you've got.
I didn't get my guard up fast enough. Briefly hold and release upon power attack. Okay, I see. Oh, what the hell? Let's screw the little guy first. There we go.
Oh, you're back. Guess you've got mine.
Teamwork. Tenacious D would be proud. Nice, Steve. Is there anything behind the large crystal? Don't know. I'd go back and check, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Personally, I'd stand the ladder up, but I don't think I can. Ah well, we read. Looking down and seeing the outfit you've got on. Yeah, that's always good. Can I see that? I don't know. I can see my shoes. They do look a lot like the shoes that I am wearing, so... These guys natives. They're pretty much native to the world. They're present in other continents as well, so... There's that. Adyran Empire. Extremely English would probably be an accurate description, to be fair. I see. Healing food. So we've got roast chicken and spring berries. Okay, I see. I think. Essence buffed up a little bit there. Don't know if it regenerates on its own or not, or if health does. Keep an eye out for those things. What does essence do? Higher block efficiency. Okay, cool. Okay, that didn't help me, but still.
Surely there's a way to clear those brambles.
Yeah, I would think so. You can use mods to sort of live in Skyrim to see your character. I don't think I've ever done that in those. I need to focus on other things. Health potions, nice.
Is someone there? Over here! Help! I'm locked in!
So it would seem. Baking Valentine's cake. That's a good idea. Lots of care in there, isn't it? Nice. Spoiled food, I don't think is really something I want to eat, but maybe it's useful for something else. Thought hunting around might be worthwhile. Jail key, nice.
Out, are you?
I don't know, I'm going to talk to her first and see what we find out. What have we got in here? Ooh. Money, essence potion, iron chunks, common robes, huh? Reduced damage reduction, but less impact on other things as well. It's a look, not one I'm a fan of, I don't think. Not right now, anyway. I like the idea of going a bit spell swordy or something like that for the minute. Interrogation log. Prisoner apprehended at loading dock outside Fort Northreach. Detained immediately under suspicion of extra-legal activity. Moved to holding cell within fort for further questioning. Demeanour sullen and defiant. Refused to verbally engage with guards. Prisoner offered standard rations of water. Told guard to perform obscene activity with food. Second guard performed patrol routine 2 hours later and observed rations had nonetheless been eaten. Prisoner questions about purpose of visit to Northreach. Admitted came to move goods. Refused to specify what kind. Denied any connection to Paradisian rebels, but expressed clear contempt for Adia and sympathy for rebel cause. When impressed, told by interrogator to go away and eat shite. Disciplined accordingly, returned to holding cell. Let's see. Somehow I don't think go away were the words used, but you know. I'd say I'm definitely more of a 99% Englishman. There's bits of Irish and stuff in there, but primarily English. Deerskin gloves. Ooh. Hmm. 10% stun. For now, I'll keep the deerskin ones. They're slightly better with the equipment I have. Okay. Laura, okay.
Stay back. I'm not catching whatever's on your head.
Oh, thanks.
He's a godlike.
You mean a god gave you that face?
Oh, thanks.
Touched your soul and everything.
That's right.
Never seen one of your kind before. I always heard folks say you were blessed. Looks more like a curse to me.
Will you shut up or should I make you? Calm down, been through enough today. Many which God bless me, I'd ask them. Enough about me, why you looked up. I'm liking this one. If I knew which God blessed me, I would ask them.
They never talk to you? Huh. They must not like you very much.
Oh, thanks.
That's the Imperial Envoy you're talking to. Show some respect.
Oh, calm down, Garrick.
The Imperial? Shite, I should have known you were Adirans too. Funny you survived while all your friends here went belly up.
You're the decent soldiers were questioning. Cross your arms, do you have a problem? Promise to be nice and we'll help you. Almost didn't. We were shipwrecked. You the Paradisian soldiers were questioning?
Roughing up, more like. Same as everybody they arrest. Adir's had their boot on Paradise since their first soldiers came.
'Cause the place is pure chaos.
Did you not think we liked it that way? I have to smuggle just to get anything past your damn checkpoints.
Had nothing to do there. Can't give you the benefit of the doubt. For people to set up checkpoints, it's for a good reason. Paradise can't be that bad. Enough, we have to get off this island. Decisions. So I'm an Imperial Envoy, who clearly owes, who got on the wrong side of a noble, and the Emperor prevented the noble from having me done in. So, in that regard, we're kind of, it would make sense to be somewhat pro-Adyran Empire, but, you know, doesn't necessarily mean we have to be entirely in favour of the colonialism. The couple even come from a fabled land called the Midlands. Yeah, it's definitely fabled, that one, Steve. We all know there are only two things, north and not north. So if you're in the Midlands, that means you're not north, and therefore, yeah. It's the way it goes. It's a good line, that one, yeah. Give me the benefit of the doubt.
I'm trying. Your friend's the one picking a fight with me.
It's true, he does need chill.
Paradisans will knife you in the back over a dirty look.
At least we don't go mad and slaughter each other.
Could the soldiers have the Soul Plague the Emperor to investigate? Yeah, Soul Plague and Dreamscourge. Dreamscourge is the specific one. Soul Plague's a generalised term for this sort of thing, I think.
The day I came, I noticed the guards talking gibberish. Then the killing started. They went wild. Stabbed their mates in their sleep.
Lovely. You saw all that from your cell, did you?
I heard it, all right. When the storm came, they fired the cannons. Their faces changed. That soldier in here tried to strangle me. I had to defend myself.
Did the storm made them go mad? Hang on, you said the faces changed. That man's face looks normal. How do you know it's cannon fire, not thunder? Why would they put a soldier in here with you? The storm made them go mad?
I've got a bad feeling about this. It doesn't make sense. What if she murdered that soldier and she's just trying to cover it up?
Suspicious, she said self-defense. I'm inclined to believe her. Hear her out before we decide. Yeah.
Look, we don't have to like each other, but we can all get out alive. I left my boat at the edge of the island. It should still be there.
You have had two Adyrans after all that. Keep talking. Of course you did. What's the catch? Well, she needs to be let out. That's what the catch is. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that one. I could go with this, but she's probably just going to get suspicious if I go down that road and assume I'm going to screw her over.
Doesn't look like I have a choice, eh? You let me out, and all three of us can go to Paradise.
Envoy, I've tangled with Paradisan smugglers before. She'd say just about anything to get out of that cell. Her story's full of holes. What if the boat's not there? What if she turns on us?
For fuck's sake, be reasonable. Don't listen to him.
Believe you and I want to help. I don't know if you're guilty or innocent. I don't care. I'll be taking your ship, but I'm afraid you're staying here. Let's get you out of there. Well, the evidence suggests they did go nuts. Why the soldiers in there, I would like to know. I can't go back and ask more questions about this, which is a bit unfortunate. I'd like to, yeah, explore the dialogue a bit more, whereas I seem to have shut myself out of options that doesn't make a lot of sense to be shut out of, which is, so far. Like, yeah, like, what was the soldier doing in the cell with you in the first place, apart from the trying to strangle her a bit? The story is at least some largely consistent with what we know. They went nuts and killed each other after a lot of muttering, and they fired cannons at something. It's consistent. She said she'd smuggled because she had no choice. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. Here's the thing: that there's Adyran interests here, and they've sort of taken control of the city, apparently. But at the same time, well, most of the city of Paradise, anyway. At the same time, it's not really. It's a bit of a colonialist thing, and it's just we've got a bigger stick, so this is our place now, kind of attitude to it, and it's iffy that. Don't know if he murdered him or not. Don't know if yeah, I don't know if she murdered him or was defending herself. It's her story's generally consistent. Let's get her out of there, I think, for now.
Gods, that's the sanest thing I've heard all day. Let's move.
If we live to regret this...
Well, if we regret it, living is probably only the least of our worries. Where's the cutoff point? So no, you're in shaky ground if you're south of Manchester. Very shaky ground. Well, no, you're fucked if you're south of Manchester, but Manchester itself is sufficiently far south to be on dodgy ground. Watford. It's definitely not Watford. It's only Watford if you ask a southerner.
Ah, up there. Margarine's Fury. That'll do it.
We burned with fire damage spells, unique weapons, and naturally occurring Margarine's Fury produce fire damage. Okay. But I don't think I have a way of doing anything about that. Okay. Component health is depleted, they're being incapacitated. Display skull icon, can revive them. Okay. Thus far, I've got nothing to potentially knock them down with. Think there's anything up top I missed, was there? Maybe. Ah, here we go. A common bow.
There's an idea. We could shoot the Fury down. How's your aim?
Guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Both had shoot arrows quietly at very long range, doing moderately high damage.
Nice work.
Interesting. Okay. Liking that so far. Oh, I got a level. Nice. Character sheet shows stats. You can view attributes and their related bonuses and increase them by spending attribute points. Will cap out after a certain point. F can reset your attribute points in exchange for currency. That's cool. On the right side is a comprehensive summary of characteristics, including background level, damage reduction granted by armor, critical hit, chance of equipped weapons, status effects, and unlocked abilities. Okay. So I can reset points. I've got 1 point available in my attributes. I don't know what to put that into at the moment. Let's go with Mike because it's good for everything. Okay, ability tree. Fighter focuses on overwhelming combat force. Ranger. Focus on agility and finesse. Range combat and one-handed melee attacks. Wizard is spellcasting, grimoires and wands. I've noticed Grimoire Mastery, a passive ability that unlocks ability to cast higher level spells containing grimoires. Investing points in Grimoire Mastery allows you to unlock these high level spells without a grimoire equipped. Oh, nice. Godlike abilities. Your name's abilities innate to use a godlike. Unlocks key moments in your journey and will be different depending on the choices you make. Oh, that's cool. Stealth attack against unaware enemies when crouched behind them. Okay. Kinda like the idea of exploring wizard, but... and again, you can reset for cash. I'll hold up for a minute and see if I get first ability. Minor. Oh, some three. You can choose charge, tanglefoot, or minor missiles. Summon lingering entangling vines. Dash forward and smash anything in your way. Dealing explosive damage to enemy. To break enemy blocks. Destroy walls. Whew. Shatter frozen enemies. Summon 3 magical projectiles. I kind of don't want to pick one of these right now. Okay, I'm going to go with that one because I think I do want to go down that road. No, I'm not sure I want to unlock that. I'm sure I want to wait, really, but I haven't got the option, so... When you level up, you'll be awarded words. When you level up, you'll be awarded ability points that can be spent to purchase or upgrade abilities, cast abilities via the action radial or from quick slots, requiring essence to cast. Purple bar below the health bar. Replenish drinking potions or collecting essence fragments dropped by defeated enemies. Okay. So I can hit 1 to cast that spell. Okay, and I don't need a wand or anything for it. That's interesting.
Adyran soldiers don't massacre each other. They just don't. Something caused this.
Well, he's a little bit of a yeah, company boy, Garrick there, isn't he? Okay, I just learned how to dodge. Direction and space. These Skyrim vibes. Yeah, it definitely does have some of those vibes.
Village with that kind of ordnance. What did they think they'd be fighting?
I'm hoping not to fight anything, but somebody else had other ideas.
think they turned on each other like dogs. I can't fathom it.
Oops, don't usually do that without a reason.
All it took was time.
But Adyrans, we respect each other. We're raised to follow the rules.
What's the matter? Upset your kin are no better than anyone else.
Yeah. Ah, common sword. I might look at that a bit more than a common dagger. It's 10 stun, so it's more damage, more stun, stamina costs higher, lower crit chance. Likely pulled from fighting pit of cast aside in the midst of territorial conflict. Achievements well hidden or yet to be written, regardless of its past, seems sturdy and reliable. There's definitely the odd vibe of Diablo, though. Diablo, however you want to say it.
Stay in the tall grass. We can get the drop on them.
Left control to crouch, sneak up on enemies, utilize cover grass to obscure yourself from enemies. When crouching nearby, press button, left click to do design thorn, godlike self attack. Okay.
Right. Did your god give you that power too?
Are you sure you don't know whose godlike you are? More coming. Stay down and don't get us killed.
Yeah, let's get stuck in. I was hoping to do something fancy there, but it didn't work. Oh well. It's definitely got Gladius vibes to that sword, doesn't it? I have no idea who that is, Wayne, and seems fine to me so far. To be honest, I'll hold to my usual position of not really giving a fuck what other people think on this one. Or my own opinion. Yeah. It's early days yet, but it seems okay. Should be a hide hard there. Sure, it's a faster way to do this. Show an update. I think that's better. Now do that. Still leaves me with the compass in the top corner, which is not quite what I had in mind when I turned the HUD off. Just have to do that specifically. It's definitely not quite what I was hoping for on that front, but it's not the end of the world. So I bet there'll be a mod to deal with this sort of thing very swiftly. Does it have friendly fire on any followers? No idea. Looks like not. Could be a lot of things, yeah, anyway. Oh, that's pretty. Aha! Essence regeneration, essence potion, one grimoire of the elements, and a wand.
I bet quick work of the brat probably do better with that grimoire than he did.
Yeah.
Didn't have a healing spell.
He's got a little bit stuck, that fella, didn't he? Where are the elements? Okay. And a common wand. Does less damage, stun cost. Produce blast of arcane energy. Cut from an ancient tree that grew near an Adyran pillar. Wooden wand was later carved and prepared by monks and scholars. Some wizards craft their own to suit unique tastes. This one is a blank canvas by comparison. More of the elements. Fan of flames, chill blades, jolting touch, and arcane veil. Okay. So, cone of fire. Blades of ice blast forward, dealing frost damage at distance. Beam of electricity that jumps from caster's fingers to the nearest enemy, and then causing decreasing amounts of shock accumulation as it jumps on. Arcane shield, okay.
Those look dry. Oh, damn it. Of course I didn't bring a flint.
Okay, so hold and press a button to, hold right click to do that, and then press a button to cast a spell. That's interesting. And then this just zaps things. Well, I'll give it a go. Yep. Interesting. Yep, definitely agree with that. With the friendly fire test. Well, we were right at the beginning, technically still in tutorial prologue-y stuff, so if there's a time to test these things, this is probably it, right?
We've got the high ground. How should we do this? Magic's the flashy choice, I suppose.
Interesting. And knowing when AFOs get between what you're attacking and you what you're attacking dying. Yeah, it can be. Well, this distance, I think the thing to do is probably going to be use my fancy new ability.
Find your left side.
Left side.
Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. The magic only comes back from the grimoire from fallen enemies or an essence potion, which I could bring up using that. Okay. That'll do it for that. Okay, we're back on top. Soul sponge. Interesting.
I've seen ruins like these. Wonder what they are. Maybe nobody knows.
Paradisans call them godless. Some kind of people who came here long ago.
Interesting. Interesting.
I tried to tell them. Why did they listen? Looking at us.
Some weirdness occurring here.
You can't kill me. No one can kill me. I'll swim across the sea.
I knew it. Whatever's on their faces, it gets into their heads.
I'm no expert on soul plagues, but whatever you came here to find, I'd say you found it.
How does magic work? Well, you've got ones that are essentially magic firing weapons, and those are like not requiring any kind of charge or ammo or anything, it would seem. And then you've got grimoires, which are the books that have a list of spells that you can choose from, and those use essence, which is basically mana. It seems the mana doesn't regenerate. You can only claim it from fallen enemies and by drinking potions, though. So, interesting. Yeah, I generally like mages. I'm not a big fan of the wand thing, but we'll see how we do. Definitely gonna need something to back up the grimoire, because otherwise, I'll just end up running out of essence and not being able to do anything. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't trust reviews at all. There's a lot of people out there who will just write whatever's going to make them the most money, with no regard to whether or not it has any resemblance to reality, so... they're not worth the paper they're written on, most of them. Now I get why you were scared of my face. Poor bastard, didn't expect it to be like this. Must have blown through the outpost like wildfire. Let's not assume anything, we don't know what we've found. Now I get why you were scared of my face.
It's uncanny.
No, it isn't. You're a godlike. He's... well, look at him. He's sick.
Who disturbs us?
Wandsworth stays with soundcasting. Handcasting, I think, is more my vibe. But staves I can kind of get behind. I just kind of find ones a bit meh. Always have done. Who disturbs us? I am warily. Did you kill the soldiers? Let's just talk. Can we do that? Can we talk?
I had dreams. Fabulous dreams. They tried to silence them.
Steady yourself, please. We're only trying to help.
You're wasting your breath. He's gone.
You tread in the orchard.
Your log mentions desertions and siege equipment. What started this? Who killed the other soldiers? That you two? You can't understand us, can you? What started this?
They sent orders for fire.
Did they?
I should have been free to drink of the land. They thought they could stop me. Vipers! The venom stains my blade.
He can barely string a thought together. How could he have killed everyone?
He couldn't. Not like this. He's just the last one standing.
Trespassers!
It's no unease of the mind. I suspect dark magic at work. Yep.
Hypocrites! They bring the night and call it cleansing flame. And you return death to us.
Envoy, this could come to blows. Keep your guard up.
Feed the roots, kill the rot.
You're gonna regret this.
Now,
Yeah, thanks, you got to. Doesn't seem to be having a very good day, this fellow, though he's got an interesting attack there. Got him. So yeah, I ran out of essence there, which I could have used, but...
Now look at him.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least he's not suffering.
Oh, there is that. Common Great Hammer, Senior Officer's Reprimand. Lidman Rolk, yesterday I received word that one of your scouts was caught in Dawnshire attempting to board a cargo ship bound for the Deadfire. That would be the archipelago that was the setting of the second game. I doubt this is new to you. I also doubt you are unaware that this is the third instance of desertion in the past month. I realise your place grants you greater responsibility than your position as the third son has accustomed you to, but there will be consequences if you cannot keep your troops in line. The Emperor is watching. See to it you impress the importance of duty upon your charges. Commander Helen Vinterbrand. Great hammers deal extremely high damage and stun, have high block efficiency, allowing to block with low stamina cost, however they swing slowly with very high stamina cost. Depends what you're using the staff for, really, in some ways. But, yeah, I think handcasting definitely more vibes for me. Sarcophagus. Let's just have a rummage through this mysterious sarcophagus and see what we can find. Softwood branch, it's an upgrade material, iron chunks and essence potions. Okay. That helps a little. Not quite as much as I was hoping, though. Look for now. I don't know. Interesting turns block. Yeah, lose a lot of damage reduction, but gain more stamina and better essence if I go into the robe. Which I don't know that I want to do right now. Sure, that shimmeriness is there. Notes on the Godless. Torn from a field notebook of Tinder, captain of the Adyran Expedition Corps. The expedition team and I have been weeks at the fort now, and I'm no closer to understanding the ruins of these so-called godless people than I was before we came. The remnants of their culture cover the living lands, but their people, their beliefs, their history all remains a mystery. Godless are so named because nothing we have seen in their art or architecture depicts the gods as we understand them. I would expect maritime culture to have a deep relationship to Ondra and a number of unique cultural rituals with which to venerate and placate her. Galawen too, they should fear and favour given the aggressive wilderness of this land. I have never explored a corner of Eora that did not recognise the centrality of Berath to the cycles of their lives. It's as if these people have no relationship to the gods, as if they did not know of the gods at all, but that can't be. They give birth and died, as all kith do. They sought the shade in the long hot days of deep summer and shelter in the bitter days of winter. They fed themselves, they bathed, they made clothing, baskets and pots, so many beautiful pots and pots that only people who recognise and value beauty can make. Without the gods, how did they give meaning to their lives? Well, you know, they kind of found it in themselves, I guess. To understand the purpose of the ruins, I must know what drove them, what they revered and reviled, what they desired. They lived here and they lived well, but they did not order their lives as we do. They did not orient themselves always towards the gods, and they disappeared. No matter how many bones and pot shards I sift through, I cannot grasp the implications here. I fear that the revelations of the godness have been interred deep beneath the island's soil, beyond what even the Emperor's most skillful miners can unearth, by some immortal hands. I do not understand this place, and that terrifies me. It does have guns, yes. The bones. feel like that's probably not subject to burning. For now, I think I'll leave it as is. I get a feeling fall damage will be a thing, so I have to be a bit careful. Written the lid in sacrilege. Oh dear.
Closer, we twine.
Oh, wonderful.
You have returned. We felt your presence like dew on a leaf. We wake. Heed us.
Envoy, you alright? Can you hear me?
Heard a voice. What did you say about Leaf? You alright? You sounded different. Heard a voice.
A voice? What did it say?
Something about returning here. Oop, didn't mean to do that, but that's fine.
Now your envoy's losing it.
No. I think something in the Ardra spoke to him.
He is such a company boy. Feels alright to me so far. Draws some good bits of old school RPGs. See where it goes from there. Me specifically, like calling, people could have spiritual experiences near Ardra, can't they? Probably hit my head in the shipwreck. People can have spiritual experiences near Ardra.
Not like this. I've been round Ardra my whole life, and it never spoke to me.
I don't think it spoke to anyone. Not even godlikes.
That's some gift.
Never happened before. Unusual, even for people like me. Bigger things to worry about. It's never happened before.
Maybe they're... Never mind. We've got to get to Paradise.
Boat's just up ahead.
Gods, I hope you're telling the truth.
This way.
See what happens, won't we?
Boat! There it is.
Thank the gods.
Quite
it's
nice,
still
actually.
here. Get on.
There, in the distance. It's Paradise. So, the smuggler wasn't lying.
My name's Eora, you know.
Glad we took a chance on you. Come in and stay here again. Big question you get on. Glad we took a chance on you.
Thanks. I've enjoyed not being dead.
Look, if this is the soul plague the Empress sent you to find, we have to stop it. You have to stop it, no matter what it takes.
I'd heard rumors about folk changing out in the hinterlands. I thought they were just that. You know, stories. I never imagined it'd be like this.
It's neither curse nor illness. First episode identify the cause. Has to be the Dreamscourge. Won't rush till I get to the bottom of it. Now my luck is bound to get worse. First step to identify the cause.
I don't know how, but if anyone can find a way, it's you.
Not a
You
fan
get
of
on
Garrick.
before I leave without you.
Aye, onward to Paradise.
He's a little bit too much of a, yeah. He's a bit sycophantically into the whole Adyran Empire thing, and you're the envoy, so he's gonna
Never
kiss
thought
your
I'd
ass
be
as well.
glad to sail here with a smuggler.
If anyone asks, you never met me.
But, yeah, she's not the most original character ever I've seen yet either, but, where's her boat gone? Oh, there it is. But, on the other hand, yeah, he does grind my gears a little bit. Compass. Come on, get me up there. This is going to go quite the way I wanted to. Ooh, no, did not. No. Try something else. Third person off. UI. HUD on. Just on in case I need it. Cool. Right. Waiting for time.
Suppose
Fine.
this is where I leave you then. I owe you my life, Envoy. I won't soon forget what you did.
What will you do now? Paying, we should be thanking the gods. Not what you signed up for, was it? Not exactly what you signed up for, was it?
Not what you signed up for either.
Eh,
The things we saw.
kind of was.
You'll put it right. You have to.
Where do I find the embassy?
You don't have to. Just go up the pier. I imagine they've sent someone official-like to take you there.
Must
Really?
Be nice,
I
eh?
arrived on a smuggler's boat. How would they
Hope
know
the
to
folks
find me
at the
here?
embassy know where to find a good, strong drink.
Oh dear. Anything I should look out for in Paradise?
Well, it's the Living Land's biggest port. People come from all over. Not all of them are Adir's friends.
Wonder why?
You'll be fine. After the fort, I figure you can survive anything.
Got Envoy, Living Lands, vast island home to wild ecosystems, undiscovered mysteries. Settlers from across the Eora come in search of fortune, adventure, and prosperity. Global powers view Living Lands as a gateway to the east. Ripe prospect for future expansion. Adyran Empire is a nation to the west, steeped in ancient traditions and laws. Several Adyran emperors have tried and failed to grow their power and influence through colonization. Time will tell if the empire expands, retracts, thrives, or dies. Good luck.
Same to you. You'll make the Emperor proud. I'm sure of it.
Look, I'll no thank you for showing basic decency. But you saved my life. That counts for something. To me, anyway.
We do have this. I do diplomacy for you. Is this really Paradise? I was expecting chaos. Yeah, let's try this one. So it's going to be fun, I think.
I don't push her luck.
Do all the icons dislike Adyrans? Anything I should know about Paradise?
Try not to get killed.
That's always good advice.
Nah, I'm kidding. Just don't go around acting like you own the place. Alright?
Do all of the locals dislike Adyrans?
Not all of them. But it's not a great way to make friends. Give Paradisans a chance. That's why they came here in the first place.
Makes sense to me.
Hope we don't run into each other. Still, take care of yourself.
She does have slight Kate vibes, doesn't she? But not quite as aggressive. I'm hoping these characters are kind of painfully generic. I'm hoping for a step in the right direction from there. Militia.
These docks are reserved for the Imperial Envoy of Adyr.
Well, that'll be me then. But it's a bit weird.
That's all you need to know.
Is that Garrus?
So he didn't tell you.
Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And he's late. Huh. Probably died at sea. Good riddance.
I want to try saying that in a way that doesn't piss off the Imperial Envoy. Actually, I'm the Imperial Envoy. He's very much alive and standing right in front of you. Name's Eldgrim. What was that about good riddance? Well, I'm going to go with... I'm tempted by this one. She probably won't blame me, so I'm going to drop the name and see how that goes. Not stereotypic at all. No, not at all. Oh, I was going to adjust how I was sitting, but I just realised my knee is fucked and I can't actually sit the way I was going to.
Ugh, shit.
Sinrek.
Nice.
Okay.
Forgive me, Envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name
That'd be a good
Sinrek,
idea.
captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way around Paradise. Unlike most Adyrans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded. They told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so...
Handsome, regal, authoritative, wretched, loathsome, unlovable. Point me to the embassy, I'll be out of your way. I don't have the resolve for that one. Yeah, let's go with the slightly amusing response. Yolk stew, super served with cheesy mashed potatoes and Yorkshire puddings. I don't know. I feel like he might be a little stringy, to be honest.
You're doing great.
Forgive me, again. We're having a bit of an emergency. No doubt
It is
you've
Garrus,
heard
isn't
of
it?
the Adyran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger.
Claviger? What's a claviger? It's a bit more Paradise, city on the coast of Dawnshore and de facto capital of living lands, governed by the claviger, custodian who keeps peace through cunning rather than bureaucracy. Interesting. Godlike. Rare individuals whose souls are touched by gods at birth. Quirks of their appearance reflect the nature of their patron deity, such as feathers, horns, or flames, and almost all of the options we had were coral-based. Over the last few years, many godlike in Eora died under mysterious circumstances. But not you. Claviger is a Parisian equivalent, Paradisian even, equivalent to a governor. Unlike most bureaucrats, the Claviger is unelected and often hostile towards official procedures. Instead, they are normally chosen from among those who know the city best, tasked with maintaining Paradise, defending it, and reining in its worst impulses. Interesting. Here, what is the Claviger? Raise an eyebrow on the left hand at the same time. I've got a missive to deliver from the Emperor. Sound like I have to find the ambassador then. Well, they left at the same time.
No, there's some kind of blight in the wilderness and rumors of plague. They went to investigate. Nature has a mind of its own in these parts. When the ecosystem changes, we ask ourselves how and why.
Leaderless and rudderless is the natural state of things in Paradise anyway. Keeps things interesting.
Who was the Claviger? Okay, get some information about the Claviger then.
Well, he's the closest thing we have to a local authority. Part keeper of the keys, part bald fist.
Paradise's mayor, more or less. Most people out here aren't fond of established hierarchies and titles. So, we made up some new ones.
Fair enough. Missive to deliver from the Emperor.
I'm sorry, Envoy, but no one's here to receive it.
Nonsense. There's a small army of pickpockets, smugglers, and scoundrels between those walls who'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Just ignore him.
Where did you say they went? Because I've got an idea.
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route, past the old Pargroon Wall.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the Claviger. How's about we partner up?
Alright, Pargroon. Pargroon, I guess. Pargroonian are subject culture of the Atapo mountain dwarves, okay. Known as keen explorers and faithful defenders of tradition. Settled in the Living Land centuries ago, forging a new homeland in the region of Galawain's Tusks, okay. Falcian Heilgard is an Adyran ambassador dispatched to living lands on mission to peace and mutual cooperation. Headquarters in the embassy. Okay. Fair enough. Excellent. You can be the brawn to my brains. How about you introduce yourself first? Business do you have with the Clavager? Can I trust you? How about you introduce yourself first? Yeah.
Name's Kai. I've been a soldier, a sailor, and a halfway decent baritone.
He's a troublemaker, but a damn qualified one at least.
I knew you had a soft spot for me.
What business do you have with the Clavager?
Clavager Aemond helped me get on my feet when I came to Paradise a few years ago. Last time we spoke, he sounded worried about things. If he's gotten himself into trouble, I owe it to him to help out.
I don't suppose I'm going to get a particularly useful answer from Can I Trust You? We'll see what we get.
If there's one thing you can say about Rowatayans, we're no backstabbers. We handle our disagreements face to face, with lots of yelling and violence. You'll vouch for me, right, Captain?
Somebody I've only just...
Better to have him and not need him, I guess.
That's the nicest thing you've said about me all day.
Kai, before you go, I just hate to send the envoy out there. The wilderness is no place for a scholar. Make sure he comes back alive, or the steel garrote will have my head.
Better yours than mine.
Right, so a whole bunch of stuff there. Rawatai is a nation east of the Living Lands, settled long ago by Amana fleeing the Deadfire Archipelago. Kingdom known for military strength and adherence to nationalistic identity. Steel Garrote is an order of paladins fiercely devoted to Wodika, goddess of law and discipline, and patron goddess of the Adyran Empire. We heard that before. Known for their cruelty and determination, Steel Garrote will stop at nothing to hunt down oathbreakers, deserters, and heretics led by Inquisitor Lodwin. They sound like they're fun at parties. Ambassador could be in danger. We have to get moving. What's this about the Steel Garrote?
The Steel Garrote are here as guests, helping Adyrans like yourself keep the peace. Or so they say.
Who's guests? Must be dire if they're involved. Never met one in the flesh. What are they doing here? Never met one in the flesh.
They're an order of religious cutthroats, sharpening their blades for the glory of the burned queen. Creepy bunch, too. Who needs enemies when you have friends like the Steel Garrote?
It's the Bird Queen. Bird Queen almost certainly be. Wodika, yeah. Listen, Wodika, known as Burn Queen, Strangler, Oathbinder, and the Queen that was. Goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchies. Depicted as an old noblewoman wearing a broken crown, Steel Garrote paladins worship, and some say do her bidding. Yeah, they don't sound like they're particularly fun at parties, let's be honest. What are they doing here?
You tell me, Envoy. The Adyrans came to our shores with their soldiers, their bureaucrats, and their cult of murderers. Asking a lot of nosy questions is a good way to end up with a knife in your back. Speaking of the Steel Garrote, fair warning, their leader, Inquisitor Ludwine, is eager to greet you. Or possibly interrogate you.
Should I know her?
I heard she's a monster, the personal handmaiden of the burned queen. But that's not all. They say she fell in battle in the Deadfire, and death spat her back out.
Sounds like she tastes great. Any idea what she wants? Ambassador could be in danger. Ominous. I'll have to ask about how she did that. Any idea what she wants?
That's none of my business, and let's keep it that way.
We'll have time to worry about Ludwine later.
Something to look forward to.
First, we've got to find your ambassador and my Clavager.
New companion. Kai's a seasoned soldier and a mercenary from the Obsidian Empire. There seems to be a lot of empires in this world. Restless but affable, his wandering led him to the Living Lands in search of a piece he has yet to find. An experienced, battle-tested veteran, he can withstand damage and draw enemy aggression. Incendiary ammo can burn away flammable objects. Oh, that's helpful. Fire and iron. Fires a powerful shot from his blunderbuss, dealing a high stun to a single enemy and taunting them. Fire starter. Order him to burn away webs, brambles, and other flammable objects. Okay.
I'll bet you're glad to be on dry land after that voyage. Come on, let's get you some fresh air.
Okay. What's the stun on my... on this, like, 8 stun. 10 stun, so it's not great. Stun's not particularly useful to me, really, I guess. Crit chance is probably better. Oh, I didn't put any abilities in. I was thinking I might go to some stuff for companion abilities. Okay. When your companions level up, you'll be able to spend companion ability points to purchase or upgrade their abilities. I don't have any right now, I'm guessing. It looks to be the case. Okay. So, I've got that one. And for that, I think I used everything, didn't I? I just took a happy guess that I'd have something good, and I think that's what we came out with. Okay. Parasitic staff. Some staff of negative energy that restores essence to the wielder with every strike. That'd be nice to have. Corrosive siphon. And will heal your health. Okay, some interesting potential stuff there. Cool, 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 cool. Fire and ire. Okay. Apparently he does have a point to spend. Fire and ire ignites the target. Unwell reduces incoming damage. That'd be useful for him. Leap of daring. And revives himself when he gets knocked down. That's not bad. There we go. He can have that. Cool. I see. Right. Cool. We're learning stuff, I think. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'd stick with the vinegar as well myself. Will I be streaming on 29th, 30th and 31st? I don't know, Noel. Let's have a look. Yeah. What did you say? 29th to 31st. No, I won't. It's February. In the sense that it's a Saturday, a Sunday, and a Monday in March. I'll probably be streaming on the 3rd of March, though. Wonder what abilities are in the Godlight skill tree. Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out. They vary depending on choices you make, and you get more as you progress through the story. So, quest stores, area transitions, camps, fast travel beacons. Okay. Interesting. I feel like this map is weird.
Horgrunen left these beacons all over the island. They're good for finding your way around.
City's getting crowded. Pretty soon the Adyrans will outnumber us 3 to 1.
Why doesn't the Clavager put a stop to it?
What do you think, dimwit? He's nice and cozy in the ambassador's pocket. That's enough for now. We got a listener.
Clocked. If any fish had fingers. Probably do in the Fallout universe. Sparrowhawk Wastrel. Jago the Seawolf.
Haven't you heard stop polite to stare?
I'd like to know if there's anything about time of day on here. If there is, I can't see it. Got a quest here.
Please, how hard is it to answer a question?
I don't trifle with souls, ma'am.
They're tearing my home apart. Never mind.
The Hingen.
I can't believe how rude everyone is around here.
Don't know they do want to eat fish in the Fallout universe. Who knows? That might be pretty decent. Yeah, that doesn't sound appealing, Impaler. Beer batter is the way forward. Something can help with. Don't think Dawn shows much for niceties. You're the one shouting. Don't think Dawn shows much for niceties.
Think about it at least. How hard could it be to find a watcher?
There's a NASA feel to it. It reminds me of something, but I'm not quite sure what. Surely there's an address registry in the city archives you could consult with. What's a watcher, though? Rare individuals blessed or cursed with the ability to interact with the dead and see into the realm between life and death. Some are driven mad by the gift, others struggle to live normal lives. Just got here, I'm lost to you. Don't wish to kind of watchers, nobody can really speak to souls. Might be able to find you one, what's it worth to you? Surely it's an address registry.
That's a long way to walk. Oh well. The house is probably a loss by now.
It reminds me a bit of Greedfall in tone so far. Why do you need someone who can read souls?
I'm clearly under some kind of curse. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do?
Why would Zorips invade your house? I can handle giant lizards. I was consulting a watcher's would hope with that. Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe they're drawn to a spirit there? I've tried everything else. I'm sorry, I'm overwhelmed. I did ask the militia. They weren't risking their lives for a poor shelter folk. First, my ship gets attacked by pirates. Then none of my plants will take. Now this happens? And they won't let me into Paradise to sort it out?
Who's they?
The militia. They're scared of some plague. At least that's what they say.
Steak, silt, and Guinness pie. That does sound good.
Keep us out and themselves in. I should never have come here.
Come here for a better life and find a worse one. Wish I hadn't heard that before.
What happened to your plants?
I wanted to grow a little food, save some skates. They never thrived, that's all. Clearly, I have bigger things to worry about.
Souls of plants and kith have made the same effort since. Maybe they died of the plague.
Gods. Is it in the crops? As if things couldn't get any worse.
I'll see what I can do about the Zorips.
Then take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff all by itself. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorips saw to that. Come back when you've dealt with them. And make sure you get their leader, too. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll go quietly. You'll have to kill them.
I'll get your cabin back. You won't have to worry much longer. Let's try the resolve. But let's have a bit about the Watchers. Zorips, reptilian humanoids settled in wild parts of Eora, known for worshipping creatures larger than themselves, like dragons and ogres. In the absence of a leader, will bide their time until one is found. Fiercely territorial, they will attack anyone who crosses their land or threatens their tribe. They're basically lizardy kobolds. Wood Elf. Elves coming across Eora. They have natural lifespan double that of a dwarf and significantly higher than a human, a mourner, or Orlan. Orlan being the fuzzy guys like, what's his name? Garrick that we had before. Wood Elves are prominent in the Adyran Empire. Glenfallen, which are pale elves, are native to the polar ice of the White that Wends. There we go.
Thank you. That may not be worth much coming
So she's
from
a wood elf
stranger,
then.
but I mean it.
Oh. Right. So, I don't know where her house is. Might be the first thing to do. Oh, I see. Okay. It's over there, apparently. Well, I guess we might as well make our way up that way and see what's what. There's some stores over here. Okay. Buy and sell items with currency. Okay. Merchant Volta.
Greetings, friend. You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry, Volter is here. I suggest you take a look at my wares before you speak to Daggerda. Who knows what mood she's in today?
Where'd you get your wares?
From legitimate sources, clearly. From traders and adventurers, mostly. And a few used pieces from people down on their luck.
I didn't consider the legitimacy of your wares, but I am now. Let's see what you got for sale. I've got a breastplate, a commandeer and armor. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of the robe as well. I don't want a great hammer or a dagger. I'll hold the bow in case it's useful. And the sword. Get rid of those. Keep most of this for now, I think. What's he got? Come on, greatsword, axe, dagger, grimoire elements, pistol. Compared to the one, does more damage, more stun, worse stamina cost, and critical chance. Kind of appealing though. Kind of like the idea of spells and pistols. It's quite a fun idea. Common spear, one-handed melee. Ooh, that's appealing. Grenades. Nice. That'd be fun. Flintlock pistols are favoured by swashbucklers and mercenaries alike. Powerful short-range weapons, often paired with a sword or secondary pistol. Common spear. More damage and stun. Slightly worse stamina cost. Doesn't have the same range as the one, though. Presumably isn't as fast either. I think I'll leave things as they are for now. Well, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in.
I've come in search of lost treasures. Have you heard any rumors of such things in the area?
I suppose so, actually. There are some Pargrunan ruins to the north, just across the river from the Stranglehold. The Pargrunan are said to have left behind many treasures.
Very good. I will remember you. You will be justly compensated upon my return. It's a fine day for adventuring.
She is going to die. Go ahead. Just your metal. You think we've got to take? You think you've got what it takes to stand against me? Come see for yourself. Whether a Paradisian native or an Adyran newcomer or anyone else, you're welcome in my arena. Leave your problems and politics at the threshold unless you want to be the next one to test my theory that Kith can fly, but only straight towards the ground, and only once. Come to the top of Magrin to see what you're made of. Cosmina, weapons master. Nice view. Struggling a bit with not hearing Kai's voice as just Garrus though. It's a problem with having a particularly distinctive voice.
Move along, please.
I was here first. I'm not going anywhere.
You're not working or selling something, you're loitering. Clear the way.
Now listen, you might be big in idea, but these are our docks, not yours. You're in for a rude surprise if you think we'll answer to you.
Fine, have it your way. Sometimes I wonder whether it's worth the...
Don't think you can come over here and try to strong-arm me too.
I was going to offer to be nice, and I encouraged the soldier to mind their own bloody business a bit. But, fence.
I have nothing for you. Your countrymen have already bought a blind tyrant.
Militia captain.
What harm could some new armor do?
So an armorer.
Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything you need. You don't want to...
Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
She's got a familiar voice as well.
You miss me.
I'll let you think that. I don't mind him. What are you interested in?
Old friends?
Yeah, some of the oldest in Paradise. He's a headache, but that's because you want him to come back alive.
So you do care.
I lied to the Garrote for you. Do I have to spell it out?
Interesting. Wayfarer's gloves. Stamina cost reduced while blocking. Power tech steel bones. Fire damage. Ooh. Brigandine has heavy armor. Actually, it's not the lightest. It should be more like medium, really. But anyway. Common plate armor. Common mail hauberk. Gambeson. Leather cuirass. Reduced damage reduction, but better stamina. So that's because it feels somewhat worth it. Durable greaves. Resistant to poison and bleed. Boots, maximum stamina. That's appealing. How much do I actually have right now? Actually quite a bit. 600. Braces. Lockpicks. Wouldn't mind some of those. I might buy those. Buy those as well. So the leather would be better. But I'd have... Yeah, leather would be better generally speaking, but... damage protection is sufficiently low that I don't think I'm going to bother right now. Best defense. Interesting name for a armorer. Quite like it. Cool.
Protect that pretty face. Armor and shields for...
Welcome to Dawnshore, Traveler. My name is Dagerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat. And I promise a safe and pleasant transaction, despite whatever Volter told you.
Yes, he did say something about you.
I'm sure he did. He'd rather chase off my customers than admit he was wrong.
Recognize her voice as well. Where am I getting something about breaking up her marriage from? Because you didn't say anything about that.
To be honest, stranger, I'm not inclined to go
Maybe
into
they
it.
were married.
He knows what he did. And let's leave it at that.
I guess it's that. Is that Jennifer Hale? Sounds like her. What she got? Potions and food. Okay. Gonna leave it at that for now.
The living lands are a dangerous place. A newcomer like you.
Cottages, quite a trek out that way. Okay. Let's have a quick look over here before we head on. That sounds like a very, very bad idea, to be honest, Steve. Mind you, Newcastle Brown's rough on a good day, so... That is a nice view. That is pretty.
Are all paradisans like this?
Anyway, you're acting like an asshole.
Closed paradise to newcomers, so where should I go?
Well, there's always the shanty town, but, well, you know.
Yeah. I haven't heard the best things about that place. Is there nowhere else?
Perhaps the Adirans are looking for new recruits.
No thanks. I'd rather risk the journey further inland than throw my lot in with them.
Your funeral, I guess. Why not just stay here? I'm sure you can find work around the landing.
Maybe.
Don't even bother heading to Paradise unless you've got a friend in the militia. Or maybe Heelguard could pull some strings.
Interesting. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Let's head on out. Hell's Haggis. That's something I've never been inclined to try, personally.
Thieves. Letters won't turn up.
Sansa.
Gelarde. I'd heard a godlike had come to Paradise.
Oh, hey, Sansa. Comes on a little strong, that's all. He doesn't bite.
But to meet you, what an honor. Who is your patron? Were you drawn to this place?
Can't pursue that. There's a lot I don't know myself. I can speak to fish, shoot fire from my eyes. It's incredible. Is everyone in the living lands this evasive? I like being mysterious.
I apologize. My curiosity got the better of me. Surely you see, though, a god like Envoy, you are quite unusual. Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you?
Let me guess, everything that wants to kill me.
I assume that's a no? Then have you seen a cartographer in the area? Human, about my height.
Haven't done that either. Probably describes about half the paradise. Not to be rude, where's this going? That probably describes about half the paradise.
Average build? Now, if he were a river, I could describe him perfectly. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the Eastern Wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written, even for him.
You send your assistant down into the wilds. That sounds dangerous.
Cartography is not for the slight. It requires a certain initiative.
You know how many so-called adventurers I've saved out there?
It's an intrepid occupation.
3, this month.
As I said, if you find it and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it. I may even have more work for you.
Let's see what I can do.
When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruins. Take the letter. It might help. If you find him, bring his work to my shop in Paradise Island. You're welcome anytime. I have quite the assortment of curios. Maybe you'll even buy one of my maps.
Maybe. Wanted, Gimmon's Dispatch. Wanted, Sons of Proprietor of Sons' Emporium. As reported as Assistant Gimmon missing in the wilds of Dawnshaw. Reward offered for return of Gimmon's cartographic notes. Below his last correspondence, posted to provide clues as to his whereabouts. Sansa, pleased to report I have made it to Usher's Hand intact. I sense we've overestimated how far we can safely explore. We could outfit an entire expeditionary force with the bandits I've encountered on the main road alone. I spent my whole purse bribing my way out of scrapes. To think I used to gripe about the Principe, never again. Anyway, here now, set up camp in a cavern while I scout the ruins. Wonder whether anyone in the wayward throngs of Paradise is an expert on dead languages. What are you calling the ancients anyway? Godless? Not much of a name. You think on it and I'll transcribe. Hope I'm not writing down any curses. In higher spirits, Gimmond. So, Usher's Hand. Get set up in a cavern. Okay.
Well, that's our marching orders then.
Well, to be honest, I got no ideas. Party camp could be set up at large Waystones. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. You can change companion outfits at the main camp tent in Party Camp, Obsidian and Eora armor available via Party Stash. Okay. Of course, I got the premium upgrade. Okay. Eora collection, Obsidian collection, default. Just going like that, I think. Well, that does contrast quite nicely with them. Yeah, that's all right.
After your voyage,
nothing stored here.
Must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing. As long as I've got my feet facing the bow, that is.
Interesting. It's also something about armor, but I think it's probably those sets that there before. 6 weapon and piece of armor from the left side of the screen to upgrade. Not to upgrade, you must have the materials corresponding to type and quality. Combine materials to create higher quality materials. Okay. Weapon materials need metals like iron chunks or woods like softwood branches. Armor materials, pelts, tanned hides. Oh, probably metals too. universal herbs. I need to upgrade all items. Adra for unique items. Enchanting materials, variety of monster parts. Okay. Not surprising.
I haven't seen this much excitement in a while. You know, for most people, getting sent to the Living Lands is a punishment. But, according to Cynric, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adyr himself. Quite a position.
Hmm. Pork meatballs, liver kidneys. He's belly fat, bacon, herbs, and spices of breadcrumbs. Yeah, the liver and kidneys are the off-putting bit for me. I'm an accomplished scholar of the arcane. Emperor often turns to me with questions that lack easy answers. Yes, that's true. Is there a question in there? Arcane scholar.
You must have gone through one of Adyr's famous academies. I can't imagine you had time for much other than your studies, so tell me, is this your first time getting dirt under your fingernails?
Look forward to putting my skills to practical application. Like to complement my research with experience. Should I assume you've never read a book? Research with experience.
The Living Lands won't disappoint in that regard. Though the experiences on offer here have been the end of plenty of intrepid sorts.
Sounds
What
about
I
right.
really want to know, since hard questions are your specialty, is why the Emperor would send his best scholar all the way to the Living Lands.
Dreamscourge, I'll talk about why you helped me. Why would anyone think it's punishment to why would anyone think it's punishment to be sent here?
A journey to the Living Lands is one way for most. This island's always had a way of swallowing people whole. An entire civilization disappeared here, if you can believe it. And this was all before the Dreamscourge. Now?
See what we've got on the Dreamscourge here. Unusual plague spreading across living lands affects the body, soul, and even the ecosystem. Those affected, known as dream thralls, for they seem enthralled by a unique and terrifying madness. Okay. Bigger problems in the wilds?
Much bigger. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case.
What's known about the Dreamscourge?
Not much. It's hard to separate fact from rumor. I've heard it changes people, makes them confused, disoriented, and eventually violent. No one seems to know exactly how it starts.
Exactly, Gray. So I'm here to find the source, put a stop to it. Yeah.
I like your confidence, just be careful how you express it. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adyran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote Paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador.
Can understand tension. Foreign troops are really welcome sight. Heard Living Lands was the lawless frontier. A little order and stability needed. Why are you looking for the Clavenger anyway? Foreign troops are already a welcome sight.
Exactly. Paradise has been quiet lately, but I don't know how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiles, and dissidents. People who tend to be suspicious of authority. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course.
Exactly, no. I want to help. Served the Emperor's pleasure and he sent me here, that's it. Everyone tells the living lands came for the adventure. Something calls to me here. Don't know what it is, but I feel a connection. Well, so we were scholar, upset a noble, emperor saved our ass, and employed us as a scholar, and now he wants us to head out here as an envoy to deal with the Dreamscourge. So Emperor's pleasure is some of it. Want to help. Everyone said tales came for the adventurer. Don't want to be a little too much party line, so I think I'm going with stop the Dreamscourge. It's a bit too absolute. We don't know what's going on yet. Something calls to me. Don't know what it is, but feel a connection.
Just be careful where you say that. That's the kind of talk that may get people thinking you've got the Dreamscourge. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again, even if it's just for a while.
Yeah. Why is it called the Dreamscourge anyway?
They say people afflicted with it have strange.
It's an old one, though.
And start confusing them with reality. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation and eventually a bent towards chaotic violence. And then, fungal growths take over your body. So Dreamscourge.
Wonderful. Fungal growths like mine? No. Wonderful. Let's leave it there. I'm not going to share the extra information right now.
I guess it sounded better than miasmal canker.
I get a feeling that's a reference to something miasmal canker, but I can't remember what. Tell me about Paradise.
It's the gateway to the living lands. A scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other. Then, if they've got any sins, they turn around and take their chances back where they came from, with authentic tales of their adventures in the living lands.
I don't seem to think much of Paradise. Other people come here. Thought the living lands full of eccentrics, exiles and criminals. There's a reputation for adventure. What do you expect? Don't seem to think much of Paradise.
Don't get me wrong. It's a great city. In part because it's great at winnowing out people who have no business being here. The living lands means a hard-won second chance for the people who settle here. But first, you've got to survive it. And the island gives no quarter.
So Dudley, why would anyone come here? Ultimate proving ground. Why would anyone come here?
For a lot
Dudley.
of people, the living lands is a last resort. They come fleeing war, debt, famine, the law. Take your pick. For others, it's freedom. To seek glory, to redefine yourself, to live in a way you can't, maybe even on pain of death wherever you come from.
Sounds like a haven, chaos and desperation. What was it to you?
Oh, little of everything. Rawatai is famous for storms and rocky soil, so I figured if I'm going to live in a hostile environment, why not pick some place where things grow? It seemed like a good idea at the time. Used to be, if you could last out here, you could count on being left alone.
Lady is changing things, is that?
That's what some fear. Hilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Stilgarrote smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adyran who sneezes into somebody's stew.
Tell me about yourself.
Should I break out the booze?
Yes, always. I'd like to say about second chances.
I'm well past seconds myself, if we're counting. Even decent people make mistakes. And the rest of us can grow, with a little time and grace.
What mistake are you still running from?
If I had to list them all, we'd be talking all night. Anyway, if this place can't give us misfits and screw-ups a second chance, what hope do we have?
Why did you come to Paradise?
That must have been 6 years ago now. I guess I was drifting, looking for a change.
Where are you before?
A settlement called Thirdborn.
Ah.
It's a rugged little place, lots of Rawatayan expatriates.
Did you miss the amenities of a bigger city? Sounds nice. Why did you leave?
You're pretty nosy, aren't you?
Sorry.
Don't be. Things just didn't work out there. Let's leave it.
I'm entirely sure it's the same guy who voiced Garrus Grey. It rings a bell from somewhere else, but the voice is unmistakable, let's be honest. Which is a mixed blessing, if ever there was one, I guess, for a voice actor. You're originally from Rawtai?
What gave it away? My finely pointed teeth? Or the striking blue of my scales?
The moobs. We have one in Adyr too, you know?
Fair enough. My people are known to roam. Rawatai's hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere.
There's some Fallout 4 characters here. Less prominently,
That's
though,
where
I
you
think.
get the popular image of the Amawa bodyguard or mercenary.
When you must.
Don't sell me short. I've also been a drifter, a middling carpenter, and a terrible card player. We should play sometime. I'll show you.
Been to Rawtai. I remember near constant storms.
Then you must have come during our sunny season. Lashed by storms and battered by waves. We call it the rough country. And old trenchers say it's made us who we are.
Trenches?
We do a lot of digging for irrigation, drainage, warfare, the occasional village tournament. Anyone from Rawattai has spent enough time in some kind of hole in the ground to be on a first-name basis with the worms. So, trenchers. Those of us who leave are scramble roots, hardy weeds that can survive just about anywhere.
Vestibular strength of character?
You fit right in with the Ranganui's inner circle. It's true that the same things that make Rawattai a difficult place to live have shaped our people and our kingdom.
That was the way.
Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rawatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and cannons. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most powerful navies in Eora.
As also one of the most warlike and expansionist, Rawatai's prosperity has become the envy of other old empires. As well as one of the most warlike and expansionists.
You're not wrong. Though, my countrymen would point out that we had to expand to find fertile land to feed our people. And the scattered kingdoms we've absorbed in the process have joined one of the most advanced nations in the world.
Yeah, but did they want to? And are they happier for that? Complicated, still an aggressive overreach. Complicated.
And that's what I like about the Living Lands, where most civic concerns are about as nuanced as a wall of sharpened stakes. Until recently, anyway. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another.
What did you do before you came to Living Lands?
I joined up with the Rawattai Navy as soon as I was old enough. I was part of our campaign to establish a foothold in the Deadfire Archipelago.
Century ago.
Part of a long-term effort to reclaim our ancestral homeland and feed Rawattai from Deadfire's fertile soil. I believed in that mission. Additionally, we were helping Deadfire, bringing organization to the pirate-ridden archipelago and civilization to our distant Wana cousins.
Sounds familiar.
To Adyr bringing order and civilization to our lawless frontier? Then I hope you learn from my mistakes faster than I did. the Juana didn't want us there. We spent almost as much time fighting the tribes as we did pirates and Wilder. And it was hard to see how any of our fighting and dying was feeding people back home. I'd always heard that war was supposed to temper us, strengthen us, but I didn't see that either.
So what did you do?
I deserted. And I bounced between different mercenary companies for almost 10 years.
It's like fighting for Rautai so much is left to fight for other people.
Hey, not all of us catch on so quick. Besides, there were only so many options for a Rauataian deserter with no training and anything else. As a mercenary, I figured I could at least choose my battles and my crew.
Some truth to that. Guess it wasn't any better.
You figured it out faster than I did. It was more of the same. The only comfort was being part of a squad. By the time I came to the Living Lands, I'd seen enough. Had enough.
Did you find something better here?
I did. Yeah. For a while.
Interesting.
Look, if I can give you some hard-won advice, stay on your toes. You're in a difficult position. Whatever your role asks of you, make sure it's something you're willing to give. Because you're the one who has to live with the consequences.
Thanks for your advice.
Hey, advice is easy. The hard part's all you.
Talk about Dawnshaw.
What do you want to know?
Nothing, apparently. Training together?
Yeah. I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy
not
to
yet, you
return the
haven't, but
favor
anyway.
if there's anything I can teach you.
You withstand a lot of damage. How do you stand on your feet? Put a lot of power into your attacks. Bit of everything. Let me think about it.
You know where to find me when you're ready.
Something to explore another time, perhaps. Ooh, Purple Lighthouse. That's cool. Rest of the night and exit camp? Yeah, I guess so. Wow. Interesting. Well, let's drop a save. I think for one evening, it's about time to pause it there. So, well, exit to desktop. Yeah, that was interesting. Good start. Feels like a fairly normal RPG. Definitely has... it's in a similar vein to what I'd expect from somebody like Obsidian or from, you know, a Bethesda-esque one or what have you. Kind of reminds me a bit of BioWare's sort of more recent stuff. It's definitely Mass Effect vibes, and not just because I'm talking to a guy who happens to have the same voice as Garrus. Like the vibe between characters definitely has an element of Mass Effect to it as well. And sort of the communities, the civilizations, and so on and so forth. Let's go away. So yeah, definitely a bit of that in terms of interaction between like different groups. We'll see how it goes. So far seems all right. We've only got through basically very, very beginning, so doubtless this is where it's going to start opening up. So we'll see how it goes from there. You still want to buy it, so that's a good sign. Yeah, Fantasy Mass Effect is not a bad description, I think, NB. Bit more open world than Mass Effect is, because Mass Effect tends to be level based rather than zone based. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to exploring a bit more and seeing where we end up. We'll do that tomorrow, which should be cool. I gather there's a whole bunch of other companions to pick up as well. I do feel it's a bit unfortunate when you meet a voice actor who's got such a distinctive voice as this chap does, because it's hard not to hear, excuse me, the character you know them best for. So, you know, he just sounds like Garrus, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it's probably good in the sense that he gets work because he's distinctive, but it does, it's not the best thing for immersion. Jennifer Hale has the same problem to me, because I am pretty damn sure I heard her voice earlier as well. But yeah, I do tend to recognise her voice when I hear, and it's like, oh, that's her. Oh, wait, what was I doing? So, yeah. Oh, it's on PC as well, MB, so either works. I don't know if and when it might arrive on PlayStation. It probably will eventually, but as to when, who knows? Oh, excuse me. You voice your current companion in ESO and you can't separate him from Garrus. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where this goes from here. Looking forward to playing it. First impressions, it's not as miserable so far as the opening of Pearls of Eternity was. That was a depressing setup. This still has some of that Obsidian kind of not everything is all hunky-dory vibes, but it's definitely less grim than it might have been, so that's promising. Definitely looking forward to trying some more and seeing where this goes. Once we start meeting people, I suspect this Steel Garrote group of paladins are going to be people I don't like, so we'll see how that goes. But I guess you can either side with that faction and get more involved with them or work against them, so it seems to have that tone anyway. We'll see how it goes. Gonna try out the new Civ? Yeah, I've heard mixed things about that, but not really my thing, Civ. I did just pick up Humankind, though, as that's free on Epic, or it was up until this afternoon. There'll be something new on there, actually. I should check that out. I was like, no, what I think about it. See what this week's freebie is. Yeah, I'm not a big Civ or strategy RTS type player anyway, but very, very occasionally, stranger things have happened. What's the freebie this week? It Takes Two and Townsmen. Potentially interesting. Oh, no, those are deals. Okay, that's not the freebies. Apex Legends free unlock bundle and F1 Manager. That doesn't appeal to me at all. Yeah, that's not very interesting. Oh well. Yeah, if you buy it on Xbox, Battle.net or Microsoft Store, it transfers across them all. Yeah. Battle.net is Blizzard's launcher stroke storefront that used to be their main way to access Diablo and World of Warcraft in particular, and also Hearthstone, I think. But yeah, obviously now they're owned by Microsoft, they're all kind of interlinked. So, yeah. Anyway, folks, I need a drink and stuff, so I'm going to chill for a bit. So thank you for hanging out. I hope you found this interesting. We'll dive back into it tomorrow and hope you get stuck more into the game proper rather than just the early tutorialization part of it. But that should be cool. And yeah, off to a good start. It's very colourful, but it should be fun. So thank you for hanging out. You guys know where the buttons are if you haven't already. Likes and subs and notification bell and all that good stuff. Social media links in description and channel memberships on the blue join button if you're interested in that. As always, this first episode will be going up on the live page. Subsequent ones will go into a playlist, so you can catch them there if you want to. Same goes for any other games you might be interested in checking out that we've played on the channel. Have a look through the live page, see what catches your eye. Check out playlists for more stuff. Yeah, should be plenty for you to check out if you want to. Regarding Arkham Asylum, probably going to play that, finish that off in the next few days, maybe at the weekend. We'll see how I feel and so on. But, or maybe, I'll wing it. We'll play it soon and we'll finish it off anyway. But, yeah, should be cool. But anyway, thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Have yourselves a good rest of your evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. I will catch you around at about... The music's either paused or something. I don't know what's going on No, it's rolling. It's just got a very long outro. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, yes. Anyway, I'll catch you all tomorrow around about 8 o'clock. See you then. Night, folks.